Hi, welcome to This Might Not Workout podcast. Sorry. This is episode 34, and my name is TC. I'm your host, and I wanted to talk about the unfortunate and untimely passing of Kobe Bryant. And it's been almost a week and 2 weeks now, since the tragedy happened with the helicopter, and lots of people have said a lot of things, and all the positive things, the honorific things, I completely agree with. um, and I appreciate the fact that some folks on the internet just made space to say, like, everybody grieves in their own way, everybody processes in their own way. And one of the people that I subscribe to, EJ Speaks, was also talking about the fact that some people were kind of hating, like, well, how are you mad about, or not mad, but sad, um, about losing someone that you didn't even know. And it's one of those things where Kobe Bryant, for a lot of us who are of a certain age, I'm 40. Wow, yes, I am. But for those of us who are 40 or around that age, between 38 and 42, I think, who are anywhere around a television or even into sports or basketball. I did play a little bit for a hot second, but I was very much into the basketball culture. And like during the Bulls, like three-peat, I think it was like what, 97, 98, 99, 96, 97, 98. Like I was like all about that life, all about that life. And I'm from Boston, so of course, um, I'm a diehard Celtics fan too. But we literally got Celtics season tickets, not because of the Celtics, because that time they were kind of trash, but so we could see other people. So like seeing like Penny Hardaway and Jordan and all these other people like play, that's fine. So fast forward to then Kobe's on the scene. He's like 19. He's coming into the league. Like he went to the prom with Brandy. Like he has just all these things about him. Like he was young, cocky, but really good, and then just kept getting better and better and better. Like we followed his whole trajectory the whole entire time. I remember um the whole thing when like he married Vanessa, that's fine. And then even feeling like I had 2 cents to say about the whole infidelity thing and the purple diamond, which is none of my business, I know. But just people feeling like we had a say so in their lives, just because so much of his life and his career was shared with a lot of us. But it also helps us to reflect on like what was going on with us in our lives at that time, and so we can think about that. So instead of getting into all that, basically what I wanted to say is something that I had texted to some friends of mine on the Sunday that we found out that it happened. And my heart really, 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 really and truly goes out to Vanessa Bryant and the kids. And not only she, I know that there were other families that were drastically affected with all 9 people that died. But when we think about like tragedy and death and hard times, losing a child is always like debilitating, I'm sure, especially like at a younger age. But I can't imagine losing your child and your husband, but a middle child. So here you have an older child who has grown up with her father and her sisters and knows all of this thing and is grieving for herself. And then you, as a mom, have to deal with your own grief, plus support her in her grief. And then you have 2 little ones, one of whom has like toddlerish memories of her dad, but one who will never know. I mean, Capri is 7 months, so she'll never know her dad as he is and was. She'll just know from all the memories and recounting that has been told to her by her mom or her older sisters or her family members, or from the internet, or things that she can read and see. And like I just can't even fathom how hard that must be to raise these girls, not only while you're still grieving. I mean, everyone is definitely affected, but then with the varying levels of grief. You have one baby who really won't understand, so she will have a sense of loss that's different than her oldest sister, who will have a sense of loss because she knew the man, and then trying to parent both. My heart just goes out to you. So I don't know if Vanessa will ever even see this, but um that is very, very difficult. I think also two of the and I'm gonna say their name wrong, but I think Alta Berries, I'm sorry, I'm saying it wrong, but it was a mother, father, and a daughter who also passed in the crash, and they have 2 older children, I believe, that are like college age. And that too is like tragic. Imagine it's just you and your sibling, and then no more parents, no more baby sibling. That's crazy. And when you watch the Mamba video that was kind of talking about what the basketball practices are like, that was the one mom that was like, Kobe comes on and he tells the kids like do like rat tat 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 tat, or like me and the other moms talking about all the sounds that he makes, and we're like, what are these crazy sounds that he's making? But then the kids go on the court and they have the basketballs and they're dribbling and it sounds like rat tat 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 tat, and so we just kind of chuckle to ourselves about the fact that they are in sync with him and understanding. And I'm watching the video and it just sounds like a regular mom at the practices who supports her kids, and it's all good. And then when I saw her picture come up as the one of the victims, it just caused me to pause, because even though I don't know her personally, I cannot imagine the hardship of losing a chunk of a family. Like, I mean, I lost my mother at a relatively young age, and I am still to this day daily affected by that. But to lose a big, to have a family of, let's say, five or so, and I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional, but having a large family and having pieces of it taken away immediately is so difficult. Or for the one younger coach, the female coach, excuse me, whose husband now is left with little ones and without their mother. Like, it's just so tragic. So in your prayers, in your thoughts, I know I've gone over my 5 minutes, but truly keep in mind, those families. And some people, say that they don't want the thoughts, they just want the prayers or whatever like that, or thoughts and prayers. There's this whole thing now that what are thoughts and prayers? They were worth nothing. If you know the power of prayer, if you know the power of prayer, and prayer can do so much and change so many things, pray for those families daily. And what I try to tell people too is thoughts and prayers matter, because we don't pray for things that we don't think about. Like, if something's not on your mind, if something's not on your heart, you're not going to continue to pray for it. And they need our continued prayers. So it's good to continue to think about these folks and continue to pray for them, because they need it.